Hello guys, and welcome back to another review session. This time we're going to do the Championship Volume 1 eFootball player selection. So, as you can see from all of this, we have limited draw. So basically means you can get two players of it. And sorry guys, I have hiccups. And limited draw, you can get 3 players from it, but you have 16 players to pick from. I'm not going to tell you who to sign because it's basically random. So I'm going to tell you how to develop them and how to use and utilize them most of, and for which divisions are they good. So starting off, we are starting with Kimmich. Obviously, one of the best defensive midfielders in the game because he can play virtually everywhere on the pitch. What you need to do is increase his dribbling to 80, low pass and lofted pass around 88, finishing around 70, and rest, well, discard everything. You want to have Kimmich as defensive as much as you can. So low pass and lofted pass needs to be 87. Dribbling needs to be around 75. Defensive awareness needs to be close to 80, and the rest of the points that you have allocate on his speed and acceleration. Acceleration needs to be around 85, speed needs to be around 77, and you will have the perfect defensive midfielder orchestrator in the game who can pass, who can block, who can intercept and defend, and on occasion you can play him as a right back as well. So yeah, Kimmich is one of the players that you need to get. He has one-touch pass, through passing, weighted pass, pinpoint crossing, interception, acrobatic clearance, captaincy, fighting spirit, which is good. And on the top of that, he has unwavering form. So Kimmich is one of the players that I hope you get. And he is good for any Division 1 place. Meta, non-meta, you name it. The next stop is Martin Odegaard. This Odegaard is good, and he can play as advanced midfielder. He is not that great on the sides because he's slow. So I would just focus creating him as a creative playmaker, advanced midfielder. For that, ball control, dribbling, and tight possession needs to be around 86. Low pass needs to be around 90. Finishing needs to be around 75, so he can have the curls outside. And speed needs to be around 77. Acceleration needs to be around 80 something, so you can increase his offensive awareness and you will have a perfect advanced midfielder. Marseille turn, sombrero, cut turn, chip shot control, long range shooting, heel trick, through passing, pinpoint crossing, no look pass, everything that you need from your advanced midfielder. Sadly, he's not that great for meta because he doesn't have one touch pass, but with his almost 90 capabilities of passing, he will do the great job. So any play style that you play, he will be good choice. Also unwavering form, also good addition to any Division 1 team. Mostly as a backup to the metas, but whoever doesn't play meta formation, he is great to be as a first team player. Next stop is David De Gea. Good goalkeeping reflex and starting point, and I will increase them to 90 because of his height. You will have the dominant goalkeeper. Goalkeeping reach needs to be also around 88 as well, almost 90. Goalkeeping awareness needs to be above 85 or 85 at least. Goalkeeping catching, you don't need to increase that much. Around 85 is the ballpark. And pairing needs to be also around 85 as well. And you will have a good goalkeeping goalkeeper who is tall and capable of pairing the great shots, and with the exceptional skill set of reflexes, you will have it. He has low punt, high punt, and long throw, and sadly he's only standard form, so you can only play him when he's A and B, and he will do marvelous job for you. But he is actually a good backup goalkeeper for Division 1 plays, and well, yeah, when he's A and B, he will be exceptional starting goalkeeper. Next up, Kalulu, Destroyer. Defensive awareness needs to go 90. And everything around that needs to go at 90. Speed needs to go to 90 as well. And acceleration needs to go as much as high as you can put. I will go it to 82 for starters, so we can increase his jumping to 80 at least, because he doesn't have heading for you to go with him in the attack, because he doesn't have height, but he can do a good defensive job with headings, clearance and everything. So yeah, with defensive 90, he will be beast to catch every opponent. He will be good for meta formation, he will be good for any kind of formation. The only problem is he only has interception as a skill card. That is only his downside, but he can do the job. Basically, if you put him as a center back on the right side as a right back, he will destroy everyone. Mancini, extra frontman. What I don't like with Mancini, because he's extra frontman, is that he has slow pace, but he has great jumping starting point. Also, defensive awareness needs to be around almost 90. Speed and acceleration needs to be like Puyol's, speed needs to be around 75, and acceleration needs to be around 75 as well. And yeah, heading you can increase as well, so he can go with his 90 height in the penalty yard box, and you can cross and score with him. But yeah, mainly he would be defensive, and that is how I would play him. He has interception, blocker, heading, area superiority, sliding tackle, and fighting spirit. So basically, he is a beast of extra frontman. The only downside is speed, and you don't go with him in that sentence. He is standard form. He can be a decent addition to any Division 1 team, but because he's standard form, I wouldn't play him until he's B and A form. Next up is Brahim Diaz, advanced midfielder backup to any Division 1 play, star player for Division 2, star player for 4-star teams. Ball control, dribbling, and tight possession needs to be around 85. Low pass needs to be around 85. Finishing needs to be around 70. Speed needs to be around 80. Acceleration needs to be around 85. And the rest you allocate on certain tweaks that you want. Either finishing, either dribbling, either passing, or speed. With his double touch, Marseille turn, chop turn, cut turn behind, soul control, heel trick, one touch pass, through passing, Rabona, and gamemanship, he can be actually a good addition to meta teams, but good addition to any team as well. He can play on the sides because he has a little bit of pace, but mainly I would play him as a secondary striker, or I would play him as advanced midfielder because of that one touch pass skill card trick. Oh yeah, sorry. And his form is standard, so also like previous players, I wouldn't play him when he's not B form or A form. The next up is Diatta. Diatta, whole player, he has starting points like Danielson. Speed and acceleration goes 90. With that, you will increase kicking power, I believe, around 80. Ball control, dribbling, and tight possession needs to be around 85. Low pass and lofted pass needs to be around 75. And the rest you allocate on finishing and curl, so you can have those cut from sides and finish. But honestly, he is good for dribbling, and that's it. That is his main objective. He is decent for Division 2 plays and a good starting player for 4-star teams. He has scissor feint, double touch, flip flap, cut turn, long range curl, heel trick, through passing, and that's it. Those are the skill sets and traits that he has. His form is standard as well, so no first team for him until he is B and A form in real life. Sergi Roberto. Exceptional starting point for offensive fullback. He's not Trent Alexander-Arnold, but he can do the job. Defensive awareness needs to be around 75. at least. Ball control, dribbling, tight possession is already good. I wouldn't increase that much. If you want to have him as a right midfielder, I would increase it to 80. But if you want to have him as a fullback, I would stay with this 75, and that's it. Low pass and lofted pass needs to be increased around, well, low pass around 85 and above. Lofted pass needs to be at least 85. Finishing, I wouldn't touch with him because, well, let's face it, you're not going to go and finish with him and score goals. As I stated, defensive awareness needs to be 75. Speed and acceleration needs to be around 85. And that's it. And you will have a decent fullback who will have exceptional capabilities in defense as well. One touch pass, weighted pass, and pinpoint crossing. And blocker. Standard form is the only downside. So you play him when he's A and B in real life. The next stop is Ousmane Dembele. Exceptional dribbler. Ball speed and acceleration needs to go around 90. And with that, I believe kicking power is going to be around 80. Finishing needs to be around 75. Already low pass is great 75 starting point. I will increase it to 80. And the rest I would allocate on ball control, dribbling, and tight possession. So he can have that good dribbling skill set with it. The only problem with him is his lack of stamina, and he will not be able to play that much if you don't use counter target on him. He is good for any Division 1 team who doesn't play meta, because he can only play on the flanks. Scissor feint, double touch, chop turn, cut turn, soul control, dipping shot, heel trick, through passing, pinpoint crossing, and Rabona. He is perfectly good, and I believe with the only downside also is standard form, so you will play him only when he's A and B as well. Leroy Sané, prolific winger. Ball control, dribbling, tight possession needs to be around 85. Low pass needs to be around 80. Finishing needs to be around 75. Speed and acceleration needs to be around 90. And you will have the beast of prolific winger, who can play secondary striker, but right now it can't, but we will get training points for that later on. Also, the downside is stamina. Good addition to any Division 1 team. Not good for metas because, well, he cannot play secondary striker. He can only play on the flanks right now. Cut turn, scotch move, soul control, long range curl, dipping shotting, long range shooting, first time shot, one touch pass, outside curl, gamemanship. Everything that you need. The downside, standard form, so B and A is only when you play him. Edin Dzeko, target man. I will increase his dribbling at least to be also 72. Low pass needs to be around 75 for target mans. Finishing needs to be around 85, and the rest I would allocate on speed and acceleration, so he can increase his kicking power to 85 as well. And you will have a target man who can send the ball with headers, or target man who will get the ball, turn, and use high kick shot to score the goal. Soul control, heading, rising shot, acrobatic finishing, heel trick, first time shot, one touch pass, gamemanship, area superiority, captaincy. Everything perfect for the target man. Again, standard form, so he can play only when he's B and C. And yeah, stamina is also a tricky problem with him. Franco Di Marco, fullback finisher. As I stated, slightly better than Robertson. Tackling, defensive aggression needs to go high as much as you can, with defensive awareness at least 75. Ball control, dribbling, tight possession needs to be around 75. Low pass and lofted pass needs to be around 90. I won't touch finishing and stuff like that, because you don't need that. And when you increase his speed and acceleration, you will get kicking power and balance and stamina as well. And speed and acceleration needs to be all around 85. Knuckle shot, long range shooting, first time shot, weighted pass, pinpoint crossing, outside curl, interception, acrobatic clearance. everything that you need for your fullback finisher. He can play as a left midfielder as well. But yeah, I would create him much defensive and capabilities to, well, hit the crosses from outside. Unwavering form, so you can play him when he's C, B, and A every time. Good addition to any Division 1 team. He can be utilized in meta as well. Put defensive on him and he will do the job. But yeah, Christian Eriksen, good classic number 10. I would play him as advanced midfielder. I will play him as a center midfielder. He's not that great on right midfield and left midfield position because, well, he doesn't have that speed. Low pass and lofted pass needs to be around 90. Dribbling needs to be around 80. Finishing needs to be around 75. And the rest you allocate on his speed and acceleration. And, well, he lacks a lot of speed and acceleration, but speed needs to go around 72, acceleration needs to go around 72 as well, and you will get at least a little bit of kicking power. And that's it with him. Long range curl, chip shot control, knuckle shot, long range shooting, one touch pass, through passing, weighted pass, pinpoint crossing, outside curl, no look pass. Perfect. He's not meta player, and he will not be great in meta teams. But he can be a good team to. He can be a good player to any other play style and team style that you play for Division 1. Standard form, so I wouldn't play him when he is not B and A as well. Kevin Volland, I don't know what they did to him, maybe the age, but Kevin Volland used to be an extremely pacey striker in Germany when he played. Ball control, dribbling, tight possession needs to be around 82. Low pass needs to be around 75. Finishing needs to be around 82. And the rest you need to allocate on his speed and acceleration. Speed needs to be around, well, 80. And acceleration needs to be around 80 as well. And you will have a good goalkeeping poacher, decent player for Division 2, backup for Division 1, starting player for 4-star teams, cut 10, long range curler, dipping shot, long range shooting, acrobatic finishing, first time shot, outside curl, penalty specialist, gamemanship, captaincy. Good for goal poacher. The only problem is standard form, so B and A is the only time when you play him. Nketiah. Ball control, I would create Nketiah to be some kind of Romario type of player. So ball control, dribbling, and tight possession needs to go around 82. Low pass needs to be 65 at least. Finishing needs to be around 80 and higher. Speed needs to be around, well, 82. Acceleration needs to be around 87 or 88. And with speed you will increase his kicking power, but it's not going to be enough. So he is basically secondary striker. You cannot play him in partnership with 3 strikers. Well, maybe, but he will not do the job properly. He will be good in partnership with 2 strikers partnership, with target man and deep line forward, or another goal poacher, or fox in the box. But fox in the box who is tall, not who is short like Romario. So that would be an ideal partnership for Nketiah. His skill set are scissor feint, soul control, heading, acrobatic finishing, game machine, and super sub. So he comes from the bench when everyone is tired, utilize his speed, and curls goals into the goals. So yeah, standard form. So I will play him as a B when he's B and A. Also, he is decent backup for Division 2 plays and starting player for 4-star teams. And last is Nemanja Matic, anchorman. Ball control, dribbling, tight possession needs to be around 75. Low pass and lofted pass needs to be around 83 at least. Defensive awareness needs to be around 80, and the rest you allocate on his speed and acceleration, especially on acceleration, so he doesn't lose the pace to opposition's attacker when they are running. He has strong kicking power and probably long range shooting, but I wouldn't put him that much forward. I would use him as back as much as possible. So he stops the plays actually. Acceleration needs to be around 70. Speed needs to be around 75 if it's possible. When you increase his defensive awareness on the 80 front. So yeah, he's good for Division 2 plays. He is decent backup for Division 1 plays because, well, I fancy him. And also, he is the star player for 4-star teams. Heading, rising shot, weighted pass, outside curl, low lofted pass, man marking, interception, blocker, area superiority, fighting spirit. If he doesn't have that much downgraded speed and acceleration, he would be one of the best anchormans. Putting him and Kimmich and Casemiro as a free center backs of defensive midfielders, and having at the back Bastoni, Puyol, and let's say Rudiger or Koulibaly, you will have the wall of defense who will not be penetrated lightly. Standard form, so basically when he's A and B, you will play him. And that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a lovely audience. Thank you for supporting my channel and everything. Put those likes if you like this kind of content. I will try to do more and more and try to finish the tutorials that I started doing about corners, about defensive, about everything else in the game, and post on them on YouTube channel. You have epic matches where you see my tactics, how I play against meta, how I get pummeled against meta. I'm not just winning in my matches. I'm not just posting the wins. I'm posting in as lost and draws as well. I'm live on Twitch on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Everything is going to be linked down below. Join my Discord server where you can ask me anything about the game. And yeah, thank you again for watching and see you next time, guys. Bye bye, everyone. Bye bye.